Good morning. I might sound like I'm under the weather because I am. Been wrestling with the flu for about the last 5 or 6 days. And I'm here to tell you something. When the Most High puts you on your back, it's for a reason. I don't care how serious or how light the sickness is. It's for you to search your soul. And I'm not going to go into details because some of the things that happened while I was sick, the first day, it was the Sabbath. It was Friday. It's when it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was so weak I couldn't even answer the phone. But I laid on my couch in my living room in silence with a temperature of about 103. And the whole day, it was a beautiful day. The sun was shining. It was quiet. TV didn't get turned on the whole day. And I laid on that couch too weak to answer the phone or do anything. I think all I did was got up one time to sip some water and eat an apple. And even my pet, she got in her favorite box and was quietly sleeping across from me in the living room. The next day I had enough energy just to do some things, but it would exhaust me. Almost made me lightheaded. But long story short, did some soul searching. I actually didn't sleep at night. Had some, a night of restlessness. You know how it is when you have a fever. It was so cold in here. I put it like this. When you have a temperature, it feels cold. I slept in a skull cap and literally a winter shirt. And I had a series of nightmares that caused me to reflect damn near on the major points of some wicked things that family members did to me after I did nothing but show them kindness. And I'll put it like this. It was a wake-up call. You can let people take from you, your so-called friends and family. It weighs on you both physically and spiritually. And you have to cut them off at some point or it will kill you. And when it gets to that point, you may do it out of love, but they all don't know or fear Yahuwah. And they will reward your good works with evil. And you internalize that and and the Most High, I thank him for showing me that. I have to seriously cut off some loved ones, and you'll understand the parable. When His Majesty said, if your right eye causes you to sin, pluck it out, for it's better to enter into the kingdom maimed than it is to enter into hell whole. Or, a member of your body is a family member, a loved one. If causing you to sin, and I'm not going to go into details, only people who are close to me may know the dynamics of this. But what does the scripture say? Who is my mother and who is my father? And what my brother and sister is he that keeps the commandments. If your mother or father don't keep the commandments or don't fear Yahuwah, what do you have to do with your mother and father? Then you're going to contradict each other. What fellowship does light have with darkness? To honor someone is not lip services, it's works. But sometimes you have to distance yourself. Just like unto everything under heaven, there's appointed a time and a season, a time to gather stones and a time to cast them away. And plucking out that eye or that hand means if it causes you to sin, a family member can provoke you to doing things that would be a sin. Like you may raise a hand, you may kill them, or you may whoop their ass, or you may curse them, or someone who, let's say, for instance, a parent. You're not supposed to, you're supposed to fear the face of your father and mother, and you're supposed to respect them. However, demons acting out in family members can cause you to sin against Yahuwah. And I'm guilty of it. It's happened to me before. I've been provoked to the point to where I never raised my hand against my parent, but I've certainly raised my voice, and I repented, and I hated that. And sometimes you have to cut them off. And those nightmares were something else. It's like I relived moments that I had forgotten about. And we're close to our redemption. And that's the way it has to be. You have to cut off so-called friends. This message is only for the elect. All you worldly people, you may get some bits and pieces of it, but you're too worldly to get the whole thing. For women, this is the time to get your lamp oil from those that sell. Because you remember, the day of Yahuwah is going to be a day of darkness and thick clouds. That's literal and spiritual. But after having those dreams, and I thank the Most High, I'm making a good recovery. I got my strength back. Got showered off all my fever. I was able to eat. But I tell you, the most of the experiences for me, but I thought I would share that to you because the scriptures is very true. If you be one of his, he said, if you don't hate your father or mother, and I'm going to be honest with you. What does it say? In the last days, a man's enemies will be they of his own household. Just because they're your enemy don't mean you're theirs. You understand? But they are indeed your enemies. Okay? You have to understand that. And he said, if a man don't hate his father or mother, that means the righteous. In the last days, men will be traitors, betray one another. It is also written in another place that the parents will turn the sons over to the police. They'll call the police on them when they prophesy. All these things fulfill. So you have to pluck out that eye if it calls you to sin. You have to cast them aside, separate yourself from them, and be holy. That means be set apart. I don't have a lot of friends, never did, not even from kindergarten. I chose my friends carefully, and the few that I had, I treasured. And very few, even fewer I have to this day. And a righteous man you will find like that. A worldly man, you can find his face up and everywhere and claim have a lot of friends, but that means they're not set apart. So I thought I would share this because I hadn't been sick in a long time, but there was wisdom in that. I don't know if it was the flu. Lasted about 2 days. Then I'm still not fully recovered. You can probably hear it in my voice. But I wanted to share that because there was revelations in those nightmares. Can you imagine nightmares all night while you got a fever, sleeping in your skull cap, tossing and turning? And those things were like I relived them. Night sweats. And you have to look. A tree is known by its fruit. There are some family members who are not born to inherit the kingdom. You look at how certain family members did you over not the years, but the decades. You just have to cut them off. And be not shamed about it. Sometimes it could be a wife or children, sons and daughters. But it is what it is. And I tell you, I wanted to share that with you because even in sickness, Yahuwah will teach you wisdom if you seek it. That being said, that's all I have to say. Peace be with you. Enjoy your day.